is the only option to forgive yourself is to go back and say, well, I'm leaving. You ain't ready, I'm out. I don't know.
Welcome to my channel. My name's Sherna, and if you're new to this channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, ladies and gents, so listen, this episode is fire! Now, this video focuses on Ashley and Hollywood's relationship. Now, something that Hollywood said in this episode that is so key. So check it out now.
I proposed and then had cold feet. If she did that to me, I probably would have left her alone back in the days. And if she'd have left, it would have showed me my F-ups, my mess-ups. You know what I'm saying? It would have really showed me the really person that I was deep down by hurting her. So
if she had left, guys, he would have realized how much he'd messed up. No, this is a good example where somebody has to make a decision whether to stay or whether to walk away. Maybe it would have encouraged him in some ways, I think, to maybe step up or grow up or mature or make a decision and go after that woman that he really loves. But because she stayed, it kind of didn't actually force him to probably grow up as fast or make the right decisions around Ashley as quick as Ashley would have liked. And this is the downside, guys, of when we stay in situations that do not serve us. They are things that are crippling our self-worth. I literally sat there and I felt Ashley's pain. And a lot of women, me being a woman as well, we've been in that scenario where you have to make a decision between, do I stay or do I go? And that is hard. Because when you love someone, it's not easy to walk away from them. When you have decided to actually commit to someone who's asked you to marry them, that is it's such a major decision, because you know that everything going forward from here is about me and you. This woman went out and bought a dress. I was like, what? She bought a dress. She had the venue. She had the whole thing actually planned out. And for someone to actually decide to pull the plug and say, no, I'm not sure. It's not about, I'm not sure about marriage. It's deep down saying, I'm not sure about you and wanting to spend my life with you. And that is crushing. Like when you watch this episode, you see and feel Ashley's pain.
But it's so hard. Like I just feel like everything, I just don't know how, to connect it back. It's like I feel like some of my feelings are gone.
That must have felt soul destroying. That the man you love, the man you've decided to commit to, the man you've decided to absolutely say, this is my ride or die for the rest of my life, has actually now pulled the plug. That's a heartbreak. That's a next level. But what I really wanted to highlight in this little piece was what Hollywood said.
if she did that to me, I probably would have left her alone back in the days. And if she'd have left, it would have showed me my F-ups, my mess-ups. You know what I'm saying? It would have really showed me the really person that I was deep down by hurting her. So
Hollywood said, look, if she had walked away, because he wouldn't have stayed. Because what it's asking is, it's almost going to affect your self-worth. Like you're looking at yourself like, am I not worthy of you? Am I not good enough? And all those things are the things that leave us feeling very uncertain, very much like trying to please or trying to show you, prove to you that we're good enough for you to be with us. And that is destabilizing to any relationship. It is just awful. And I think in this scenario, when Hollywood mentioned about he would have left and the fact that she stayed, there was no consequence to his behavior. There was no consequence to his decision to just pull the plug on that marriage and on that wedding. And for me, I'm like, where there's no consequence, there is going to be problems.
I proposed and then had cold feet. If she did that to me, I probably would have left her alone back in the days. And if she'd have left, it would have showed me my F-ups, my mess-ups. You know?
And unfortunately for Hollywood, he didn't get that. She stayed. And for him, it was like, yes, he might have seen tears. Yes, he might have seen her crying and the pain, but there was no real consequence for him. She didn't show her worth, that I am too precious, I'm too much of a star, I'm too much of a queen, I deserve better than you and this, so I'm out. It's a choice. We either choose to stay or we choose to go. But what it does send is a message. Whatever decision we make, it sends a message to our partner. Like, what you've done is beneath me and what I'm willing to accept. And when that isn't echoed, when that isn't clearly stated to a man, it's very easy for him to be a bit like Hollywood, who's like,
If you gonna keep waiting these years, then we might as well just be cool and stay friends and not even get married no more. We can leave right now. You dig? I'm about that life. I don't need this.
because you stayed. And because you stayed, you basically co-signed and said, okay, like I'll be okay with this. And this is why he feels quite like emboldened to say, like, you know what, you've had enough time now, like, get over it, because you stayed. So it's like you sent a message to him that wasn't very clear, that because of your decision to pull the plug on our wedding and our marriage, there is a consequence to this. When you stay, the consequence is blurred. Yeah. Other than the fact that she's now she's kind of stalling her decision to marry him. That is the consequence. And I see that, but it's not the same level. Let me just be really real. It's not the same level, because you stalling and being kind of on the fence of do I, don't I, it's affecting you. Like, you're not actually enjoying and doing all that you want to do. This consequence is actually affecting you just as much as him. You're in this stalled place. And I'm not saying that walking away from the relationship means that, yes, it's not going to affect you. But what it does is it puts you back in a position where you are saying to that person that, okay, I understand you're not ready and you need to do what's right for you, which is to stop the marriage and not go ahead with the wedding. But I am saying to you, I need to do what's right for me. And that means I need time so I can heal. I need my time so I can regroup and I can reassess if you are the right man for me. I feel like for Hollywood, he needs to feel the fire. Like, actually, should the option of him even being able to marry you still be on the table? And guys, comments below, like, tell me if you think whether the option of still being able to marry you should be on the table. But what I think Hollywood didn't want to say, which I really think he was meaning to say, is if she had left, I would have known I need to buck up my ideas. I need to come correct, because this woman is willing to walk out of my life. But because she didn't do that, he didn't really have to do the hard work of 1, maturing, 2, growing up, and 3, going to get his woman and making that marriage happen. He didn't. So he had time to chill, to stall, to figure out what he wants. And she was kind of just, waiting. And that is never a good place to be, ladies. That is never a good place to be. You will, in the long run, end up the most hurt and the most damaged. Woo! So guys, all right, now on to Ashley. Check out the next video, guys, and make sure you hit that like button. I have got so many other videos coming up with all the other partners in this episode, because there is so much to talk about. Now, if you've not yet hit that subscribe button, remember to hit the subscribe button now. And of course, hit the bell so you get notified each and every time I upload a video. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Bye.